You're going to want to pay close attention. This is by far one of the most important podcast episodes you're going to listen to for Fantasy Football 2025. I'm going to give you the 5 must-have running backs that are in the safest, most secure, most upside position to deliver on a top 5 level. I know it's a lot to talk about here. 5 must-have running backs here in a great position on this #1 fantasy football podcast. If you are new, click the subscribe button because it's the only channel telling you the truth to fantasy football. If you're here regularly, hit the thumbs up, smash it, tap it, turn on the bell. I'll be getting on with you guys doing mock drafts and doing lives. Hit the thumbs up. And I want to make this ultra interactive here today and every day for that matter. Make sure you drop a name below in the comments. Get in there, hit the thumbs up. Takes a fraction of a second and comment below. Which running back is a running back that you must have? I want to get your feedback below. I'm going to chat with most of you. I'll dive into the comments with you. And stay to the end. At the end, I'm going to give you the running back that's not by Jan or Barkley or Gibbs that could be the 1.01. Excited to dive in here. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. It's June 1st. Fantasy football is back. It means fantasy football full flow. Ready? Let's dive in. All right. Let's start off with the first one here. Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys do grab the 16-round draft solution as well. I've linked it below. Just click on the link and watch the video, and you will be blown away. You'll never look back to rankings again. Rankings will never help you. Just go to the link below. You'll be wowed. Grab 16 rounds right here. I pinned the comment in the body, okay? First running back here that you gotta have, must have. Again, stay to the end because at the end, I'm gonna give you the guy that could be the 101. But if it's not him, it's definitely this guy. It's Bijan Robinson. 3rd in fantasy points last year. Impressive, very impressive. 4th in overall rushing attempts. Very, very impressive. Love the volume. I'm a volume guy. 4th in attempts we talked about, sitting as RB1. Very, very impressive. 4.8 yards per carry, 14 touchdowns on the ground, which put him 6th in the rushing touchdown category. Like I said, 3rd in fantasy points. Now, he was hindered by Arthur Smith his first year. The second year, did amazing. He's now run away with the starting job. He is the workhorse. He is the alpha. He is there. We know he can do decently with Penix there. The wide receivers are decent. I think Drake London will spread the defenses. I think listen, he's prime for volume. He could only get better this year as Bijan Robinson. Love the talent, love the upside, love the youth, trending upwards. Durability's there, knock on wood. Hopefully everything's okay. He is by far the safest bet. Now, you can get a wide receiver round 1. It's great, Jamar Chase, but you got to factor in a regression coming off that pinnacle year, especially at wide receiver. And we know we can get wide receivers later. I proved it last year. There's proof in the pudding, guys. You got to look at the facts. You got to start using common sense if you want to win. That's why you got to subscribe here. Turn on the bell. Hit the thumbs up. Because let's look at the common sense. Last year, everybody thought, you're nuts. Put this guy in a straitjacket. How could he be running with Ladd McConkey and Brian Thomas Jr. as his receivers, and he faded them? Well, I went Barkley, I went Henry, I went Josh Allen. My first 3 picks. We're looking good already. Zamir White, I did bad. I got him in the 4th round. He was in a position to succeed. Didn't happen. That's fine. But my wide receivers that I was getting later, everyone's drafting early now because the sheeps are there. There's a ton of depth at wide receiver. You want to secure the running backs early. Bijan is one of them. Don't hesitate. Great position. Must have, must draft running back. Second guy who was on the show last year. Super nice guy. Great work ethic in a contract year. The guy I'm talking about is Kyren Williams. Currently sitting as RB13. And that's the amazing thing about this guy and some of the other guys I'm going to mention, including the next 3, which are great value rookies that everyone's sleeping on, right? Kyren Williams, the thing about it is RB13, he can slip to the 3rd round, right? And that's amazing. And another thing is the volume. Number 3 in attempts, 316. Love it. 1,299 yards, could be better, but love it. 4.1 yards per carry, not bad, could be better. 14 rushing touchdowns, love it. They drafted Blake Corum with high draft capital last year, and he was non-factor, which means they believe in the Williams. They believe in the Williams. I believe in the Williams. You should as well, okay? Number 7 in fantasy points last year. He got degraded for some reason. The Chiefs are sleeping on him. That's okay. He's not one of their golden boys. But listen, I see the hunger. I see the opportunity. He doesn't have to be my RB1. He can be my RB2, right? And great. Like, I'm looking at volume. I'm looking at talent. I'm looking at opportunity. I'm looking at contract years. I'm not looking at guys like Saquon. I love him, right? I loved him last year, where he's coming off super early, coming off a pinnacle year, 2,000 plus yards. Very unlikely he'll do that again. Coming off a Super Bowl hangover, right? 5.8 yards per carry, 345 attempts. Amazing. That's what I love. Great situation. but injuries come in, right? You can only cross a highway so many times while it's busy before you get hit by a car. That's my analogy that I use, right? And I'm wishing he has a good year, but possible regression for Barkley, where the guys I'm talking about are trending upwards, right? Bijan, trending upwards. Kyron, trending upwards, right? You got to look at that. You got to look at, like, they got to get paid, incentivized. They got that hunger, okay? So all these guys, hungry, ready to go, right? So Kyron's another guy. Love him. Great opportunity. Must draft. The next three are rookies, and I'll tell you why I love him. First guy is RJ Harvey. Let's just dive into it. He's in my big high stakes league. Got him in the 4th round. If I didn't get him there, he just wasn't coming back, because the way that it was, it's like Henderson came off right before him. Then it was me. Then if I didn't get him here, I think it was 4th or 5th round, I had to wait 16 picks. And I was like, dude, I have to get Harvey. I mean, just based on the situation. Now, here's the thing, right? You don't have to spend a 1st or 2nd round pick on him. Let the Broncos do that. And they did, right? Because that's high draft capital pick. Quick, explosive, amazing cutting ability, workhorse in college, 232 attempts in college, 22 touchdowns, 6.8 yards per carry on 1,577 yards. Amazing. Last year, the Broncos spread the ball around in regards to running backs, in regards to attempts. Mr. Crappy Javonte Williams had 139 attempts. Estime had 76 attempts. He's still there. McLaughlin also 113 attempts, right? They want a workhorse guy. Go look at his quads. I just posted one on my Insta. Go check out his quads, man. This guy is absolutely no joke. Now, there's talk about him dancing in front of the line of scrimmage, missing holes and pass protection. There's certain things that, like, no running back is necessarily perfect, except maybe the last guy, which I'm going to talk about in a second, that I'm going to mention here. But RJ Harvey's in such a unique situation where he could absolutely thrive, right? The Broncos are looking for the workhorse. I like Bo Nix. I got some receivers there that could do stuff. So I'm looking at him as I'm having a little bit of a shot of my pre-workout. Getting ready to do my workout here. I'm looking at him, RB25, great value, top 5, top 10 potential based on opportunity. It's exciting. The ceiling is there. The upside is there. I mean, why not? Now, again, you're saying, well, Joe, I can get him as my RB1 and then not get Bijan early. You could do that, but there's always a risk with these rookie running backs. You just don't know. So it's always good to get an ace running back early. You want to blend in a wide receiver, something like that in there, but just make sure he's not your RB1 with any of these rookies, except for the last guy I'm going to mention in a second. But I guess you already kind of know who he is. But you want to make sure you have depth either way. Backup plan for a backup plan. I've got 4 to 5 good workhorse running backs in great situations. I think Harvey is in a great situation here, man. Explosive, cuts well, no competition. He's the man. Love. I just, his ADP is going to continue to rise as we get closer to August. I'm super excited about this guy. The next guy I'm super excited about as well is Caleb Johnson. Let me tell you why. Recently came out saying, I can be the next Dalvin Cook, that Derrick Henry type runner. He's hungry. He's exciting. I'll tell you the bad part about him in a second. But listen, he's in a great situation. Workhorse in college, also 240 attempts, 1,537 yards, 6.4 yards per carry, 21 touchdowns on the ground. Workhorse capable. 263 targets or attempts have been freed up with crappy Najee gone, right? And then they've got no competition. There's no other running back that's going to steal volume. And don't tell me Warren, because if Warren was good, they would have just started Warren. They would have never drafted Caleb, and he would have started over Najee. That's the thing that people don't see. Last year, everybody told you Christian Kirk ahead of Brian Thomas Jr. because that's where he was in the rankings. I'm like, dude, if Christian Kirk was the alpha on the team, if he was the wide receiver one on the team, if he was as good as you are saying he is, they would have not drafted Brian Thomas Jr. They would have just ran Christian Kirk. We've got Jamar Chase. Did the Bengals need to draft another wide receiver to eclipse Jamar Chase? No. Why would they do that? Because they've got the alpha. So they know that Warren isn't the guy. Well, Joe, it's a depth piece. No, Caleb is going to be the one. Now you're saying, well, Arthur Smith, he's there. Offensive coordinator, he's going to screw stuff up. Possibly, but I just don't see with Tomlin there and the way that the system of the Steelers runs. They run the workhorse. They ran Najee last year with Smith there. Not a concern. This guy's going to eat. Caleb Johnson, RB30, round 6 to 7 ADP. Look for his ADP rise as soon as more news breaks out that he is taking over in that camp. Caleb Johnson, got him in my high stakes league. That's why I like to draft earlier so I don't have to spend a 2nd or 3rd round pick on an RJ Harvey and a Caleb Johnson. I can get him later. and look for their ADPs to rise, okay? The last one here, before I get into it, make sure you guys do grab the 16-round draft solution. I'm super excited to share with you all my sleepers, all my breakouts, everything. Grab 16 rounds. You will never look back. A printable cheat sheet up until the season starts. Video training, full mock drafts right here below. 16 rounds, and you won't look back to rankings again. And the last one here, it goes without saying, is Ashton Genty. Love the talent. Love the upside, love the explosiveness, love the vision, love the catching ability, love the natural hands, love the situation, love the volume, love the talent, love everything about him. There's nothing else to say. Ashton Genty could easily be the 1.01 based on opportunity, volume. It's a new offense there. They got Geno Smith. They got receivers to spread the defenses back, open things up for Genty, who could find the lane very quickly and explode out. And that's what I love. No committee. And they ran the ball with crappy running backs last year. And now they've got a true running back. Look out, Raiders. Man, oh man, I'm actually got a Raiders hat on order simply because of this player. I'm super excited. I'm all in. I got him. And I'm just so glad that I got him at the 1.09 in a high stakes league. I cannot believe he fell to me at the 1.09. Puka went just before him. I was ready to draft Malik Neighbors because I thought he would have went at the 1.06, but someone took Brock Bowers. It's a tight end premium, by the way. It's a 1.5 per reception for tight ends. So Bowers went at the 5. I'm like, great, take Bowers, decline coming. And then it was like someone else, and then it was like Malik Neighbors. I'm like, whoa, I thought Malik would have fell to me. They would have went Genty. And then it was like Puka, and it was someone else. And I was like, man. And then he fell at the 1.09. I'm like, dude, I'm all in. I'm all in now. I'm committed. I'm all in on Genty. I'm a believer. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm going to be watching the Raiders games. Man, oh man, Ashton Genty. Situation's perfect. It's the perfect storm, man. Okay. So those are the 5 must-have running backs. If you're looking at RB rankings, they're not going to help you. You got to look at situations. That's where 16 rounds lays it all out for you. I look at all the optimal players, omitting players that are going to bust. Last year, the only guy telling you CMC is going to bust, right? So you can't just look at rankings. You got to look at scenarios, who's trending up, who's trending down, who's in the committee, who's not in the committee, and look at the talent, okay? And I do that in the 16-round draft session. Drop a comment below. Do you agree with this list? Which running back is a running back that you must have RB gold to secure? Drop it below. I'm excited about these rookies. I'm excited about the season. I'm excited about this channel. I'm excited about everything. Hit the thumbs up. I'll see you in the next video.